Hi there, this is Barb Wallach, Wealth Transformation Coach. And today I'm going to do a little bit of a training on emotional freedom technique. And the reason that I'm putting this out there is when I do a breakthrough session, when you book a breakthrough session with me, what happens is as we get closer and closer to the date of our session, and because I've given you some tasking to take care of before the session, you might find yourself starting to come up against some resistance. Your inner critic, your inner self-talk might start to get louder. The unconscious mind is not used to stepping outside of its comfort zone, so it might be acting up on you, and really it's only trying to keep you safe. It's trying to keep you in the place where you're comfortable. And obviously you're not happy in that space. That's why you're coming to me, because you want to deal with moving forward in your life, but you're being held back by limiting thoughts, sadness, guilt, anger, fear, any of those things. And you know you are stronger than that. You know you can do it. Inside, you know life is going to be grander for you, but something's stopping you. So you've booked a breakthrough session with me. I'm giving you some tasking. The tasking might start bringing up some feelings, some inner talk that's critical, that's going to try and hold you back and maybe even stop you from coming to see me. No, that's normal. So this is a tool that I'm going to give you to use prior to our sessions. You can do it every single day. I highly recommend you do it every single day. That will allow you to calm your stress response. So I've got a little PowerPoint here that I'm going to share with you, and we're going to do a little bit of an exercise, and you can follow along and then replay this video over and over and over again. So bear with me here. I'm going to share my screen. Where are we here? Here we go. Awesome. All right. I'm just going to move this over here so you can see, and I may make this video a little bit smaller when we get into some of the other slides. So let's start with emotional freedom technique, tapping. That is an amazing tool. So what is it? It's an amazing tool that I use on a daily basis. I teach on it, I coach and use it in my coaching practice around money and money mindset and some of the limiting beliefs and blocks that you might be having around money. But this is also a great tool for when you're dealing with stress. So what is it? It's a mind-body tool. It allows you to access the subconscious mind, the unconscious mind, so that you can calm your central nervous system. And basically, it goes back down to, I think, the 70s or the 80s, where it came out, and it's based on the acupressure points in your body. So if you're familiar with acupuncture, you go in, you get some acupuncture done, and they stick the needles in you. And now they also do acupressure, where they can push certain areas of your body and trigger a release. So that's sort of what it's all about. So by doing this exercise, you're going to calm your nervous system. So when those limiting beliefs come up, when your critical self-talk starts up, if you're emotional and you just can't seem to break the cycle, you can use this tool. All right. So what does it do? I'm just going to move this so you can see. So like I said before, it disconnects the emotional charge from the autonomic nervous system, I can't say that word, whereby it calms it. It stimulates the energy centers, the meridian points, acupressure points in your body to reduce and disconnect the emotion from the body, because emotions are stored in the body. So if we can stop the stress response from happening, we can think clearer, we can make better decisions, and we'll feel calmer. So it's great to manage your self-talk. It's great for limiting beliefs. It's great for the heavy emotions. So for example, if I were to go on stage and I was super nervous over something, maybe it's something new I'm going to be talking about, I might want to do a round of emotional freedom technique or tapping prior to going on stage so that I can calm my nervous system down and be able to go on with confidence, with power, with a powerful stance, and be able to connect and be natural with my audience. All right. So here are the tapping points. I'm just going to make this video just a wee bit smaller so you can see them. All right. There we go. So the tapping points that I use are shown in this diagram. And normally, and this is not shown here, normally we do a setup statement when we do tapping. Okay, so the setup statement is usually done on the karate chop point. I'm going to make the video bigger again, sorry. Karate chop point here. So when we do the setup in the exercise, I'm going to get you to tap here. You see that? So you're going to tap like that. So that's the karate chop point. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, bear with me. Okay. Then we're going to move from the karate chop point, we're going to move to the inner eye. Just right in the bridge of the nose and the eyebrow. And we're going to go to the side of the eye, underneath the eye on the cheekbone there, under the nose, under the chin, and then the collarbone. And we just sort of tap gently on there. And then under the armpit, you can't see me do that, but you sort of get my drift what I'm doing there. And then the top of the head. And by doing this while we're speaking, you don't even really need to speak. You can even think the thoughts. But really, the more emotional you can get, it's almost like being an actor on a play. The more emotion you can put into the words, the sayings, while you're tapping will actually allow the emotion and the thoughts and everything to surface and then dissipate. So you do a couple of rounds of tapping. You can use your own words if you're needing to. Like, my boss is a jerk, he doesn't get me, things like that. You could do stuff like that. I have a script for you today that we're going to run through because I have a feeling that you're coming up across some unworthiness issues, some deserving issues, lack of confidence, maybe some overwhelm, some stress around what's going on in your life. So hopefully this will help you alleviate that. So, and I will guide you throughout the whole thing. So no worries. All right. Oh, just let me check here. I think I've got everything. Yep. All right. So here's our script that you can go along with. I don't know if I can make this a bit bigger without, maybe I can do it like, maybe not. I'll have to make it a little, see if I can just adjust it like so. Go down there. Okay, hopefully you can see me okay. So this is a worthiness script that you can replay over and over again. And we're going to start with the karate chop. And you will say with me or repeat after me. Even though I don't feel worthy of good things, of success, love, money, happiness, or health, I would like to love and accept myself anyways. Even though I just don't feel good enough, I'd like to honor that. And that's where I am right now, and that's okay. Even though I feel insecure, inadequate, defective even, I accept myself just the way I am. All right. And then we're going to move to the inner eye. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I'm inadequate. I'm defective. I was told many times, sometimes with words, sometimes with just a look, I am not enough. This makes me feel insecure, embarrassed, shameful, anxious, afraid to explore or express who I really am, timid, makes me live way smaller than I think I was born to be. I feel stifled, overwhelmed, resistant, hidden, walled up, invisible, scared, blocked. I'm hiding from my true, brilliant self, pulling away, isolated, stuck. I'm even hiding from me. And then just take a nice deep breath and check in with yourself to see how you're feeling. Usually you're a little bit calmer. So if when you're doing the tasking that I've given you, the emotion and the energy behind the self-talk that comes back at you is, say, a 10 out of, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 10, 10 being really emotional, really loud, then you do the tapping and it goes down to, say, an 8 or a 7. Great. That's what it's supposed to do. You can do this one 2 or 3 times over and over again. And check in with yourself after you've done. Take a breath, checking in with yourself to see where you're at. And then as it gets lower and lower, what I want you to do is go to the next slide here. And we're going to do a positive round. Okay. So I'm just going to need to move that just a little bit out of the way there. Okay. And again, we're going to start at the karate chop point. There we go. Even though part of me does not believe I'm really worthy and deserving in my life, I'm just going to honor and observe that for now. Even though part of me really questions whether or not I have the brilliance, the talent, the gifts, or the energy to create love, joy, and wealth in my life, I recognize it has been a long time coming, and it's hard to imagine, but the truth is, there is more to me than I've seen so far. Buried within me is an untapped resource of brilliance, of boundless energy, of courage and enthusiasm, of inspiration and focus and efficient actions. Whoa, does that ever feel better, doesn't it? Okay, now we're going to go tap at the inner eye point. I have untapped potential within me. I have untapped genius. I may have witnessed some so far in my life, but I'm sure there is so much more I can unleash. So now I'm asking for more. Underarm, more of my own brilliance to shine. Top of head, I'm allowing for more inspiration to show up. Inner eye, to flow through me. I'm ready and confident. I'm ready for efficient action to take place. Efficient actions to manifest through my hands. I'm open and ready to receive. I speak directly to my subconscious mind. Underarm, that part of me that makes quantum leaps, that is courageous, smart, funny, loving, just waiting to come forward. I ask this part of me for more brilliant ideas, for inspiration, for courage, for audacious action, for my higher self to step strongly into my heart's desire, my dreams, my goals, money to flow to me. I ask this of my unconscious mind. I'm open, ready, and waiting to receive for all the ideas, the inspirations, and nudges to act and appear. And when they do, I commit to hearing them with an open mind, an open heart. I commit to taking action. I believe there is more to me than what I have seen so far, than what I have been shown so far. And I'm opened and allowing my brilliant genius to come through for my highest good. And take another deep breath in. So as we tap on the negative, the critical self-judgment, the heavier emotions, and we release the stress response, we release the anxiety and the anxiousness we might be feeling, we're emptying out that cup, so to speak. once that cup calms down and it opens up a bit more, we're going to do the positive script. And we're going to replace all the negative, the heavy emotions, the stress and anxiety with hope and more positive emotions. So that's why we do the positive script after the other one. So you can do this one over and over again as well. So that is it. I'm Barb Wallach, Wealth Transformation Coach, and this is a part of your tasking that you can use prior to doing a breakthrough session with me. This will help you cope with some of the unconscious stirring of the muck that might be still in you as we get closer to making change. A lot of times you'll come up with resistance to change. This will help you move through those moments in the day as we get closer to meeting. So I hope you've enjoyed the presentation. Use it, play it over and over again, and have an amazing day. Thanks.